doing today, huh? You gonna get some work done? Yeah. Hi, I'm Nick Paganella. My pal here. We work together on Veterans Corner. This is Sergeant Know-It-All, and he knows it all. I like working with him because he doesn't give me any back talk. And we videotaped and produced this video that you're about to see. We think it's entertaining, historical, and even educational. And we hope that you enjoy it, because we really enjoyed doing it. Did we, Sergeant Hank? Yes, sir. Good.
Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. He is trampling up the vintage where the grapes of wrath are stored. He has loosed the faithful lightning of his terrible swift sword. His truth is marching on. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. His truth is marching on. He who sounded forth the trumpet that shall never call retreat. He is sifting up the hearts of men before his judgment seat. Oh, be swift and slow to answer him. Beneath my feet, our God is marching on. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. His truth is marching on. This is my country, land of my birth. This is my country, grandest on earth. I pledge thee my allegiance, America, the home for marching on. He was a famous trumpet man from out Chicago way. He had a boogie style that no one else could play. He was the top man of his craft. But then his number came up and he was gone with the draft. He's in the army now, the blowing reveille. He's a boogie-woogie bugle boy from Company B. He made him blow a bugle for his Uncle Sam. He really brought him down because he couldn't jam. The captain seemed to understand, because the next day the cap went out and drafted a band. And now the company jumps when he plays reveille. He's the boogie-woogie bugle boy from Company B. A toot, a toot, a toodly-yaddy toot. He blows an 8 to the bar. In boogie rhythm, he can't blow a note unless the bass and guitar is swaying with him. He makes the company jump when he plays reveille. He's the boogie-woogie bugle boy from Company B. While the storm clouds gather far across the sea, let us swear allegiance to a land that's free. Let us all be grateful for a land so fair, as we raise our voices in a solemn prayer. God bless America, and that I will stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. You're a grand old flag, you're a high-flying flag, and forever in peace may you wave. You're the emblem.
My name is Margaret Hammond Walensky. I was a member of the Army Nurse Corps and a member of the 16th General Hospital. We were stationed about 10 miles from the battle lines during the Battle of the Bulge. The General Hospital was supposed to be further back, but the Germans didn't remember that. So we suffered through, had our bags packed, ready to move out if necessary, and also had a lot of the buzz bombs that went over there too. And we lived in a chateau. The female personnel were in a chateau. That's not a romantic thing. It's a cold old building with no furniture except family cots. And the men were in tents. The hospital was in tents. But I would like you all to remember that with all due respect to all the good men that fought and died, there were many, many nurses there. There were many females that stood behind them, that kept them going, that they were so happy to see an American girl when they came back. And the hospitals were there, like Cushing was here. They came to us before we came to Cushing. Like them, I was there before I came to Cushing to take care of them.
Oh, you were here at Cushing as a nurse?
Oh, yes.
Well, thank you very much.
My name is Greg Grasso. I was on the Battle of the Bulge. I got there Christmas Day, 1945.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. And
What unit were you in?
the 11th Armored Division on General Patton. He drove right by me and I forgot the supper room. I said, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Also, when the war ended, we opened up a concentration camp. And we opened the doors for them.
Very well. Very well done.
I'm Victor Tarcano. I was a private first class. My unit was 8th Infantry Division, Regiment 121, Company G. And I have two remarks I'd like to one of my buddies, we both got voted in the Battle of the Bulge. And he was sent back to the States. He was in this very hospital site right here from the years, I think it was 1946 to 1951.
What was his name?
His name was Nunzio Del Pratt. He was originally from Brooklyn. And after being with him for a year and a half, I got a Brooklyn guy like selected. So it took me 2 months to know what he was talking about. Didn't understand it. I didn't understand his language.
Thank you very much. This one here jumps out of perfectly good airplanes. And I'm not even going to hold the microphone for him. He can hold it himself. Let me tell you, he'll knock me over. Here you are.
Herbert Adams, 82nd Airborne, 504, and I got all the way up to the rank of PFC. I was a sergeant for 24 hours, but that didn't last. So I decided that, seeing that gave me a few extra bucks for the candy that I used, that was great. But for comments, there's another gentleman right over here that's going to come to you pretty soon from the 82nd Airborne also. And we wouldn't probably be here if it wasn't for a general called General McGavin, General James M. Gavin. And for this man, I think all of us should have to say another prayer anytime we go to bed. Thank you.
Good job. My name is Larry Arrigo. I come from Howard, Mass. My rank was private first class. I was with the 308 Engineers Battalion, attached to the 83rd Infantry Division. That's the Ohio National Guard. And I want to thank everybody here for doing a hell of a job. Thank you very much.
My name is Dick Wilson. I was a PFC, and I was into the anti-aircraft outfit. And at that time, there weren't any airplanes, so they used us as against tanks. I was on a Quad 50 machine gun in the area of Malmedy, St. Vincent, Stavelot. And I should mention one more thing. At that time, that was the coldest winter in 40 years. That's all I've got to say right now. Thank you very much.
Yes, you will.
I'm retired Sergeant Henry T. Cabot. I served with Herb Adams in 504th Parachute Infantry Regiment. We were over there 2.5 years. I also served in Korea twice in Dominican Republic, and I'm lucky to be here and be here with all my veteran buddies. Thank you.
Thank you. YG. My name is Albert A. Megner. I was a First Sergeant, F Company, 101st Infantry, 26th Infantry Division. I joined the National Guards in 1938. I stayed with the regiment until I got wounded in 1944, December the 28th. I was transported to Devens and from Devens to Framingham here. I stayed from March of 1945 till 1947, which I was transferred into Halloran General in New York. The nurses and the doctors here did one hell of a job because I re-enlisted in the service again as a master sergeant, and they were looking for infantry first sergeants, and they shipped my rear end into career. And, but I want to thank the soldiers here, sailors, and all the rest of the military, the doctors and the nurses, for doing such a hell of a job with the people that saved everybody's life. Thank you.
My name is Vincent Ciccone. I was a sergeant at the medical tech in the 101st Infantry, the 26th Yankee Division. In my remarks, that I was the luckiest man in the world. I joined in, we got drafted, not back, we got activated in 1941, and I lasted till the end of the war in March 1946. And when I was the luckiest man in the world, I survived the Battle of the Bulge. Then I was a patient at Walter Reed Hospital in Washington, and I met this nice nurse. I married her and brought her home. So that made me the luckiest man in the world.
Thank you very much. One thing I forgot to say, this soldier that's on my left was in my company F, and when I got wounded, and he says he doesn't remember me, but I must have been the one son of a bitch if he didn't want to remember me. But I think he saved my rear end.
Seth Tiberio, Tech Sergeant in Company F, 46th Infantry, 1st Division. I want to say that going all the way back to the men and women here in America to make our bones where would we be. All our heroes are buried over there, and they are home. God bless them all. God bless America.
Thank you very much. I don't like to point anybody out, but human emotions sometimes just overtake you. I was at his place 2 weeks ago. Oh, just outstanding, yes. I'm coming back to you.
I'd like to say that I am living on the same estate as the Cushing Hospital. I was a WWII in the Second World War station in Sherwood. And I remember the time of the Battle of the Bulge, how we had to get the hell out of there. We were told, I don't know how, but thank God we drove the Germans back. But I've been living in Framingham 50 years, and I remember Cushing Hospital. And they bought the estate, knocked it down, and I now live in an apartment in the Somerville Pond. And it's all my health, I went to live there, so I'm living right on the grounds. Lillian Geller. I was a WWII, so I'm going to tell you how I'm still living here on the grounds of the Cushing Hospital.
Congratulations.
My name is Henry Chikinski. I was 104, 1st Battalion, 26th Yankee Division. And World War II, we fought in Ardennes Forest.
Thank you very much.
My name is Chuck Wentz, I'm from Grafton. I'm one of the lucky ones. I was in the 106th Infantry Division, 424th Regiment. We lost to 2 other regiments, and I'm lucky because half our regiment was wiped out. And
I hear that story many times from you.
did you? And I'm, like I say, I'm one of the lucky ones. I come home.
Thank you.
PFC President Jacob here, and I was in the 30th Division, 1st Battalion, 119th Infantry Regiment. And I thank God I made it home. I'm Arthur Fishstein, was a PFC, and the time of the Battle of the Bulge was December 16th. We were in Lauterburg, right across the border into Germany. And when the Battle of the Bulge occurred, we drove, we were counterattacked as well, and we were counterattacked back to Hagenhof. And if you saw any segment of the Band of Brothers segment at Hagenhof, you know what that battle was. From there, we swung up to, we swung north to relieve the Battle of the Bulge. And we crossed the Rhine River on March 25th, 1945. Oh, I was with the 463rd Anti-Aircraft Division, Anti-Aircraft Battalion of the 79th Infantry Division.
Thank you very much. Arthur. Jerry Torini here was the second wave of Omaha Beach. Oh, Utah Beach.
On the wrong beach. They prayed him through the war. He never prayed. He said, on the battlefield, he said, Mary, if you pray, now's the time. And they prayed. And here he is.
Jerry is in the DFW with me. He raises 80% of all the monies we take in on Barkey Drive. He stands out there at 86 years old. 87? 88? Oh.
My name is William Evans. I was a technician 5th grade in the 315th Combat Engineers attached to the 90th Infantry. And we were down in the southern part, connected with General Patton, the 90th was. And he brought us up to the Bulge. And first night we got there, there wasn't a place, a building that you could get undercover. And it was about 10 below zero. The place was covered with snow. The only place I could find to get any cover was a barn that had been bombed. And the whole thing had collapsed. And I slid under there as far as I could. If any bomb had ever come down on it or anything, that would have been the end. But I had to get under cover. So, and that was, we started at D-Day +2 at Utah Beach. And I went through 5 battles. Just lucky, that's all. Anybody through those battles and is still around, just had the Lord on his side.
God bless you. This young lady I met at a tour, and I just have to say that she was a wooden nurse, and she got wounded 8 days after the end of the war. I'm going to let her say something now.
My name is Dorothea Murphy Otis. I was an Army nurse, and when the Battle of the Bulge was going on, my particular participation was, I was in Cherbourg, France, and caring for the boys that had the frozen feet. They sent them back to our station hospital. As to the Purple Heart, shortly after being in Cherbourg, I was transferred to a field hospital, combat zone, and I wound up in Czechoslovakia, and that's where I was when I was hit by German sniper fire on May 23rd. Ostensibly, the war was over, but not everywhere, I guess. That's my story.
Thank you very much.
My name is Robert Lamprey, and I don't want to take any glory away from my buddies here from the Battle of the Bulge, but I served on two tankers and 2 Liberties carrying supplies to these fellas in the North Atlantic and the Pacific. And if we made it through the Strait of Gibraltar on them old Liberty ships, we're lucky because the Germans had a command post up there, and they was picking us off as fast as they could. Was going through about 8-9 knots. So I hats off to them boys, but my part was getting supplies from stateside to them, and I'm good to tell about it.
Without the logistics, nothing would happen.
My name is Arthur Hubbard, originally from Malden, Mass. I just want to give recognition to our little outfit. There was 110th anti-aircraft. We landed at D-Day on Omaha Beach with the 29th Division. Went through all the battles. Ended up with 5 battle stars and the Arrowhead. Ended up in Romania. My buddy across the hall here, Dick Wilson, he and I were on the same gun. We went to New London. We just had our 60th anniversary, and it's a strange little story because we landed on D-Day on the LST-510. Now the LST-510 is still available. It's the ferry that runs from New London, Connecticut over to Long Island. Now out of all the LSTs that were built, there's only 3 of them left. Ours is one of them.
Thank you very much.
My name is Jack Shannon. I'm a private first class. I'm 80 mortars for protection of the infantry. I was sent in the hospital a little before they took over the American Army, and I was there with battle fatigue. I also know when the officer said to them, the Germans asked to surrender, he said, the officer said, nuts to you. I remember him saying that.
You were right there when he said that?
Yeah.
81 mortars?
80 mortars. Yeah, just small artillery.
Thank you very much.
Yes. My name is Stan Watuzik. I'm from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And I know it took me about 6.5 hours to drive up here, but you just couldn't turn down an invitation from a guy like John McCullough, who runs our Worcester, Massachusetts Veterans of the Battle of the Bulge Group. Outstanding man, and has a good military record as well as a good civilian record. However, I'd just like to say that the Battle of the Bulge was not just an American victory. It was a team victory, and when I say team victory, we had the troops from Canada, we had the troops from Britain there that gave us the support and held the lines to keep the Germans back from attacking from another position. We just recently honored the United States Army Air Force at West Point on November the 6th during the Army Air Force football game. The Air Force kicked the hell out of the Army up there at West Point. But we just wanted to honor them, just to let them know that we appreciated that once the weather cleared in the Battle of the Bulge, the Air Force took over and just chased the Germans right the hell back to Germany. I unfortunately was wounded, captured by the Germans. I placed 6 months in the concentration camp, thank God. I didn't reach that point. But I did reach 6 points in the Stalag 4B just outside of Dresden, Germany. And the Russians liberated us. They detained us for 10 days, thinking that we were Americans dressed in German, thinking that we were Germans dressed in American uniforms. And we had to wait till 10 days later until the Army intelligence officers came in and proved to them that we were Americans, and we took off for the hospital in Paris. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Nikki. Harry Saronic, past commander, all-state commander, VFW 929. I'm from Brooklyn. Everybody understand that? And John McCullough and I served in the same regiment, the 347th Regiment, the 87th Infantry Division. I was a machine gunner, and John was an 81 millimeter mortar man. And we got into the Battle of the Bulge in December. We didn't know where we were going, but we got there, and we did our job. As a machine gunner, I did a wonderful job. Got up there, took good care of me, and I came home and I had a nice little daughter next to me, and we had a wonderful life, and the greatest century in the world. I want to thank everybody, and also I got the Soldier's Medal for making hamburgers and black coffee.
My name is Virginia Hurley, and I'm the president of the New England region of the Gold Star Wives of America. We are the widows of those who did not come home. And I would only ask, I really truly appreciate all the veterans here telling their stories, but I also ask that you just take a moment to remember those that didn't come home.
Thank you very much.
I'm Russell Ice from Connecticut, and I went through the Hall Fight campaigns from Omaha Beach right to the Elbe River, and I we broke through, first ones to break through the Siegfried line, and I got bounced out of the turret there because I had a half rocket 450s on it. And the problem was that when I woke up, I told the guy, don't send me back to the medics because I'll be put in a repo depot, and then I won't be back to the same outfit. And I trained too damn much for just going back there and being a regular dope. So they packed me up. Then I says, the next airplane that comes over, I'm going to shoot it down. Well, little did I know after I broke through, then I was the first one to shot down a German plane on German soil in this Bach Wolf 190. So then we liberated where they made the V1 and V2 rockets. We liberated that, and that was when they really brought out that workers are all shot, laying down and everything. And they worked in 16 hours a day. When they couldn't work anymore, they just threw them out on the streets. And I didn't believe that until I saw it. And anyone that tells me it didn't happen, they're full of whatever you want to call it.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I really have to take advantage of this captured audience and encourage all of you to encourage your family members to join the organization so that these fellows will not be forgotten. Join all of the military organizations because we need your help.
Thank you.
But then his number came up and he was gone with the draft. He's in the army now, the blowing reveille. He's a boogie-woogie bugle boy from Company B. He made him blow a bugle for his Uncle Sam. He really brought him down because he couldn't jam. The captain seemed to understand, because the next day the cap went out and drafted a band.
Well, we finished it. We were happy to do it, and we hope you enjoyed it. And look forward to another one of our video tapings on Veterans Corner, where the patriotic events, happenings, interviews takes place. The scenes that are behind the scenes that we think you would enjoy seeing and be interested in. And right here, Sergeant Know-All? Yeah, Sergeant Know-It-All. He says it all. That's my boy.
There'll be bluebirds over the white cliffs of Dover. Tomorrow just you wait and see. There'll be